The seductive styling of the 2022 Mazda CX-9 elevates your idea of what a three-row CUV can be.
Get 0% financing on a new Mazda CX-9 at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you had plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here.
Good morning. It is 7:03 on a Friday eve, and I tell you what, sun is starting to come up over the capital city. Careful, just hit your elbow.
You're burned by the sun right there. So here's the thing. As you walk out this morning, you're going to notice it's even cooler than we started yesterday. So if you enjoy those cool starts, enjoy it now, because Dr. Steve told us yesterday we had about a 24-hour window for this. We're at the back end of that 24-hour window.
Yeah, how about we check in with him now for a look as the sun starts coming up. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning. I'm here for the warmer weather. I was out on the porch yesterday afternoon, evening. It was a little bit cool for me, so I'm okay with the warmer stuff. But another look at that pretty sunrise happening over downtown Baton Rouge this morning. That view brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake. Here in Baton Rouge, and even 50 degrees right now. Winds out of the east-northeast at 5. So once again, probably a little sweater or jacket getting out the door. Got some 40s on the board. Hammond, Macomb 47, Gonzales at 49. But temperatures are going to rebound pretty quickly through the morning. Compliments of that sunshine. Low 70s by noon, so a nice day to have lunch outdoors, out on a patio if you can, and into the afternoon, upper 70s to around 80. So I'm going with the 80 for a high today. Yesterday's high was 66, so nearly 15 degrees warmer this afternoon compared to yesterday. It'll get a little bit breezy at times this afternoon, but expecting it to stay dry. Let's take a look at that on the HRRR model. Sunshine through the morning with that, low 70s at noon, get into the afternoon. These are mostly some high clouds spilling in from the west. It probably looks a little bit worse here than what it will in reality, kind of filtering the sunshine. And then as we get into the evening, I do think we'll start to see more clouds moving in. But this evening and tonight, any little showers for the most part should be staying out to our west. You can see some of those mid and high level clouds kind of gathering out to our west this morning. Some of those going to spill eastward and over the area later today, but that's about it. Nothing major impacting us right now. We are tracking another storm system along the west coast. Now this one's going to take a bit more of a northerly track. It does send a cold front our way this weekend, but tomorrow looks to be another significant severe weather outbreak up to our north. Now two separate areas highlighted in red with a 4 out of 5 moderate risk. We could see some strong, intense, long track tornadoes in these areas. Also some wind gusts that could exceed hurricane force. So that's tomorrow and tomorrow night. Into next week, the Storm Prediction Center already highlighting what could be another significant severe weather threat in a similar area. So unfortunately, kind of hitting this pattern that looks to be repetitive for some of the areas up to our north, where they could see several rounds of severe weather over the next week or so. Fortunately, here at home, not really worried about severe weather. Today we'll keep it dry. Tomorrow, a few spotty showers. Now we'll get a few showers Saturday morning, but I think by Saturday afternoon we're dry. Still warm Saturday. Sunday, slightly cooler, and then a chance of showers returns later in the day Sunday. So your weekend rain chances mostly Saturday morning and later in the day Sunday. A few showers into next week as well. Look at these highs, though. Tuesday and Wednesday could be up near 90 degrees. All right, right now, 7:06. Checking on your Thursday morning commute. Here's Jerry.
Thank you so much, Dr. Steve. And for the most part, it has been a relatively quiet morning. Looking good right now on the I-10 bridge. Now that the lights are up over the downtown area, we can see that it's moving okay. A little bit of congestion coming up from LA1 North, and we're going to take a look at that drive time in just a second. This is I-12 at Airline, looking at Airline Highway northbound. Looks okay over there, but there's a big slowdown on I-12 west. You can see it right here as we get in a little bit tighter. It looks like once you get to about Millerville Road, which is right around here, once you get past that or to the west of that area, it starts to clear up. But I would say this is at least 5 or so miles right there of what we would consider stop and go traffic. So that's going to add a few minutes to your commute. Looking a little bit better on LA 30 going southbound towards St. Gabriel. So that's good news there. It was really slow, I think because of an incident earlier on. Also LA 1 starting to slow down a little bit. That's going to run you about 17 minutes. The average speed not so fast right now, below 40 miles per hour. But because the weather is cooperating, finally we've got the Plaquemine Sunshine Ferry in good status right now, 4:30 in the morning until 8 p.m. We'll keep an eye on it for you throughout the morning. Send it back to you, Matt and Liz.
Jared, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Okay, so that was a quick look at the forecast. Look at the drive as you're kind of moving around. Out in Livingston Parish, there's going to be, speaking of the drive, a few less bus stops kind of in the moment. There's a couple schools shut down today.
Denham Springs High School, Southside Junior High, 2 schools where you're
Right.
not going to see activity on campus, and that's because school has been canceled for those 2 schools today. The schools, their administrators saying they simply would not have enough staff. They couldn't find enough substitutes to fill in.
Right. It was a short notice kind of a thing. A lot of staff, teachers calling out for the day. Now, this comes, of course, just a few days after voters went to the polls and rejected a 1-cent brand new sales tax to increase teacher pay. Is that what all this is about? Well, I'll tell you what, school board is going to be meeting a little bit later on this evening to talk about what's going on and whatever the path forward might be.
If you want to listen in on that conversation, 5 p.m.
Exactly right.
1 to 10.
Okay, so that's going on. This is going on as well. We're about to, we know our current Attorney General has thrown the hat into the ring to be the next governor. So what about the next Attorney General? We should hear from some of the candidates pretty soon.
Officially, 4 people entering the race right now, but you only see 3 candidates on your screen. That's because Attorney John Belton actually not declared any official party, so that's why today's forum is only going to have 3 different candidates.
You have Louisiana Solicitor General Liz Murrell, Baton Rouge Attorney Marty Maley, and Representative John Stefanski. He's from Crowley. So they're going to kind of lay out their ideas for what they want to see from the Attorney General's office. A good opportunity to kind of get maybe a first listen to whoever might be taking that spot.
Good opportunity to do that early research before the elections sneak up on us.
A little bit of research needs to be done on this job fair. Actually, we've talked about this for the last few days, giving folks a heads up about a Thursday job fair west side of the river.
All week. Kelly actually starting the week telling you about this, right? So if you are looking for maybe a different opportunity in manufacturing, in different jobs, right? Well, the Go Job Center in Plaquemine, along with Iberville and West Baton Rouge Chamber of Commerce, hosting this job fair. It's actually kicking off at about 2 hours at the Carl F. Grant Civic Center there in Plaquemine. You have until 2 p.m. today to go and attend and possibly see whether there's a new opportunity for you.
Better than 85 vendors. Better than 85 vendors out there. It is a lot. You're right. Check out the story. It's right there waiting for you. Okay. Need to give you some heads up. We've got law enforcement in a few different areas looking for some folks and maybe a vehicle. Now, a heads up on this one. State police looking for this particular vehicle. Now, this happened down in Jefferson Parish, right? But again, it is a vehicle they're thinking it could be anywhere, including our little part of the world, believed to be involved in a fatal hit and run, one that happened, took the life of a man. But again, fatal. Car involved, could be anywhere.
They say a man was actually walking down Highway 90 in that part of the world. He was walking down the road when he was hit by a vehicle that left the scene. This happened on March 17th. So if you're looking at, it appears to be kind of like a silver SUV. Again, I know that's kind of very vague, but that's why we have the story waiting for you on the 9 News app for you to take a closer look. Maybe if you're passing from that area, maybe you drive and live in that part of the world, you work in Baton Rouge, go ahead and have a look and call Crime Stoppers.
Need your eyes here as well. Man wanted right now after allegedly shooting at, ex-girlfriend, and according to authorities, new boyfriend.
Yeah, the Baker Police Department letting us know about this incident. Have a close look here. So a man wanted here after shooting at his ex-girlfriend, as Matt mentioned. This actually happened Tuesday evening. So this is Keldrick Coates. He's wanted on several charges, including 2 counts of attempted murder, 1 count of a felon in possession of a firearm, another charge for illegal use of weapons. If you think you may know where Mr. Keldrick may be, well, Baker Police Department would sure like to talk with you.
Keep the eyes on the screen for a quick minute and keep the phone number we talk about handy all the time. Crime Stoppers 344-STOP. Because we got 2 suspects wanted right now for attempted murder and kidnapping. Ascension Parish putting out this alert. This happening in Darrow.
How about we get you a better look
please,
of the suspects
absolutely.
right now. So have a close look, as Matt mentioned. You're looking at Calvin Adams III and Kevin Ross Jr., both wanted on charges of attempted first-degree murder, illegal use of weapons, armed robbery with a firearm, second-degree kidnapping. That's not all, Matt. There are a long list of charges here.
They're talking about potential links to criminal street gangs as well. Again, all this according to authorities. So there's a good look at them right there on your screen. What you can also do is, this story is easy to find at WAFB.com, your 9 News app. The ability to share it from there to all of your friends, the family in the community. Share it on your social media networks. This is truly the best way that it works. It is your connections that actually ends up getting the best outcome out of these things.
In a town like Darrow, people talk.
People always do. We need to continue talking about the help that is needed right now on our friends north of the border in Mississippi. We've talked a lot about the damage done by these deadly tornadoes because there's been a lot of damage. And you see the video coming out of there, you see the pictures, you hear the stories. Your heart breaks, but then your heart kind of solidifies like, all right, there's things I can do, and there's things you can do. There's groups still running up there and doing what they can.
Especially when you see videos and images like
there you
this,
go.
the drone footage of what's left there in Rolling Fork, Mississippi. So we've talked about efforts on the ground on behalf of the Salvation Army. We've talked about the donation drive in Walker, but heads up for folks who live and work in Zachary. The Zachary Fire Department hosting a donation drive as well. They are actually bringing up supplies on Monday to disaster victims, survivors rather. They're trying to make sure they have everything they need. So if you have anything like bottled water, maybe you've got some supplies, some cleaning supplies, well, they'd like you to drop them off at the main fire station in Zachary. That's actually located in the 4500 block of Main Street.
Yeah, and if you're thinking about financial donations, they're telling us that's not necessary.
Yes.
We don't need those, as mentioned, don't need the financial donations. It is the item donations only. They're looking for to take up those physical that people can put their hands on. Look, the money is obviously what's going to help begin to, kind of get things going, right? But it is that something tangible in the hand, right? They can really make a difference in these first few days and a couple of weeks as they begin to recover.
Because this is going to take, I mean, you're looking at a water tower that's collapsed over. So please, if it's in your heart, help them out.
I want to let you know about this as well. This is coming up. It's actually happening tomorrow. Easter around the corner, right? How about Breck's Sensory Bunny activity?
Kids who may be overstimulated pretty easily, it's overwhelming to do the pictures with the Easter Bunny at the mall.
Yeah.
Well, how about you go to a Breck Park and actually interact with a bunny that's specifically trained to deal with children with adaptive needs.
It's always a lot of fun, and you never kind of know how, how a child might react, but a great opportunity here. Guys, do you guys, Steve, Jared, do you guys have any Easter plans? I know you guys are big Easter hunt fellas.
We've got, I think, a couple in the works. We got one in my neighborhood this weekend, and then my youngest daughter, her birthday is Easter Sunday. So we've kind of got one in the works for her birthday.
All eggs for her.
There.
So
yeah,
we've
got something going in our neighborhood too.
Yeah. How about it?
Enjoy the Easter egg hunt, huh?
Yes.
And enjoy whatever you're doing today. It looks like it's going to be a pretty good day. Why not get out to the box for a little LSU baseball? Pack it out there.
First pitch is at 7.